Good morning. Yes.
Good morning, my lord.
Good morning.
With Lordship permission, may I mention one matter, Lordship, that is at serial number 3 in the daily cause list, Lordship.
Serial number three.
In the daily cause list,
Admission.
yes, Lordship, under the heading of admission WPS 4769 of 2007, Lordship.
Yes.
In this matter, Lordship, State of Bihar was included as party by the order of this Honorable Jharkhand High Court, and Bihar was also directed to file an affidavit with respect to fact what happened by what happened in the lots of in light of the direction of the Lokayukt, since Lokayukt had conducted an inquiry lots of in this matter, and what was the impact upon the petitioner and with respect to their results lordship, with respect to their certificate of B.Ed degree lordship. On that point lordship, I was required to file an affidavit, but due to some reasons lordship, I could not receive any instruction by now lordship. I am just only praying for 4 weeks more time to be given to us to file an affidavit in this
Yes,
regard.
Mr. Wallace.
Me lords, maybe given me lords.
4 weeks time has prayed for by the Council for the State of Bihar. It's granted. So it is made clear that within the aforesaid time, necessary affidavit should be filed by the State of Bihar. Yes.
Me lords. Oblige me.
Of this, under the heading for judgment, serial number 1, CRMP 4168 of 18, which Chandra Kumari or Mr. which we are set up of exponent.
Entire proceeding in relation to the petitioner in respect of vigilance case number 52 of 2002, including the order taking cognizance, is hereby quashed. This application stands alone.
Much obliged, Lordship.
Under the heading orders with defect, serial number 2, DA number 1022234 of 21, Miss Seshi Verma.
Lordship, I am appealing this matter, Lordship. Lordship, the matter as has turned influential in this case. The accused has been convicted in this matter, Lordship.
Counsel for the petitioner submits that the accused has already been convicted in this case. Thus, this bail application, which was filed under section 439 and 440 of the Code of Criminal Procedure Code, is rendered now infractuous. So, considering the submission, this BA is dismissed as infractuous.
Yes, your Lordship.
Serial number 3, DA number 10856 of 21, Mr. Amit Kumar Sinha for the petitioner.
What is Mr. Amit Kumar Sinha? This is an application for
One thing learning for the state. Lord.
this is an application for grant of bail. Full stop. Since last 4 dates, the counsel for the petitioner is either not arguing, either is seeking adjournment or has not appeared. Full stop. On 26/11/2021, 14/1/2022, and 28/1/2022, adjournment was sought for. On 11/2/22, no one appeared. Full stop. Considering the aforesaid situation, this case is dismissed for non. Today also no one appears. Is dismissed for non-prosecution.
Under the heading fresh filing, serial number 4, PA number 596/22, Mr. Raja Ravi Shekhar Singh for the petitioner.
Milords, I appear on behalf of the petitioner, Milords. Milords, it is my humble prayer that a week's time may be allowed because the counsel on record is not in the city.
He's not?
He is not in the city, Milords. He is attending a marriage in his family.
Prayer has been made to adjourn this case on the ground of the learned counsel for the petition for his absence. Call for a report from the trial court about the stage of trial, including the number of witnesses examined and to be examined, and yet to be examined.
Serial number 5, PA number 3689/22.
Yes.
Upload in this training for not today. My senior is on stage.
Your senior, where are you? What is the stage?
But out of 5 witnesses, 3 have already examined, my lord, in this case, my lord.
On the request of the learned counsel for the petitioner, this case is adjourned for a week. 1 week.
Under the heading for admission, serial number 6, PA number 16334/21, Ms. Jaswinder Majumdar for petitioner.
Earlier rejected by your lordship. The petitioner is 307-394-3423. He is not named in the FIR. Admittedly, there is no recovery also, neither he was arrested at the spot. Now, my lord, he is in custody since 29th of April 2015. 7 years, about 7 years.
7 years.
7 years, 29/4/2015, about, my lord.
And
My lord, a charge was framed up 22nd of July 2017.
how many witnesses?
2 witnesses only examined. The informant I have annexed, my lord, he has said that, my lord, police जो कहा हमने वही कहा. About incident or antecedent also, your lordship has asked us to file an affidavit. We have filed that affidavit, my lord. 5 cases acquittal, 3 cases he is enjoying bail. In 1 case he has been convicted.
In one case, he has been convicted.
In 1 case,
And he is in custody. He is in
custody since 20.
No, he is in custody in that case, or he has been released on bail.
He has been released on bail. prepared an appeal.
He has been convicted in which case?
My lord, that is, my lord.
On the section?
Yes, my lord. My lord, that is, my lord, session trial case number 101 of 2016, arising out of, my lord, Telco Sundar Nagar PS 302 of 2004.
Which section?
My lord, sections, my lord. My lord, not given. Sections, my lord, I'll just give you. What do you think? My lord, Arms Act.
Only Arms Act.
Only Arms Act. I've stated in my affidavit. In there, you only, my lord, we have wrongly stated they're acquitted, but my lord, subsequently affidavit, he hasn't got it.
Senior Counsel Mr. R.S. Majumdar removes the prayer for bail of the petitioner which was earlier rejected on the ground of custody. He submits that now the petitioner has remained in custody from
29/4/2015.
2015, that is more than 7 years. Not 7, nearly 7 years.
Nearly 7 years.
Nearly 7 years. But till date, the trial has not yet concluded. How many witnesses left?
Out of 9 minutes, 2 witnesses have been examined.
He submits that out of 9, only 2 witnesses have been submitted. Witnesses have been examined, and it will take some time to conclude the trial. Next slide. The petitioner is an under trial prisoner who is in custody for nearly 7 years, and the prosecution has failed to produce the witnesses within time for conclusion of the trial. Considering the fact that only 2 out of 9 witnesses have been examined and the petitioner is in custody for nearly 7 years, I am inclined to release the petitioner on bail. 25,000 to sureties. Both the bailers should be close relative of the petitioner, out of which one must have immovable property in his own name within the state of Jharkhand. Further, the petitioner will appear before so and so police station. Which police station?
This is present case is my lord.
Pursudi.
Parsudi cases. Yes, my lord.
Pursudi PS station once in every 15 days till conclusion of the trial. Failing which the court below will be at liberty to cancel the bail of the petitioner. And it will be open to the personal, it will be open to arrest the authorities will be at liberty also to arrest the petitioner. Next.
Serial number 7, PA number 70 of 22, Mr. Diwakar Rai, Mr. Prahlad Kumar Sinha.
Yes, my lord, in this case, my lord, I have filed one IA. My lord, since, my lord, on the last occasion, my lord, we could not mark the case, we could not appear, my lord, and my lord has adjourned the matter for 4 months, my lord.
Yes. Sure. You did not appear.
Yes, my lord.
You did not appear.
Yes, my lord, I did not appear, my lord. In the first half, I have appeared before your lordship, my lord, as because we could not mark this case, my lord. In the second half, I could not appear, my lord. This is the reason, my lord.
For the petitioner raised to be. Where is the IA?
IA is IA number 3078 of 2020.
Counsel for the petitioner submits that on 28/3/2022, as he could not mark the list, daily cause list, he couldn't appear before this court to pursue this instant bail application. He submits that since he couldn't appear on that date, this case was directed to be listed after 4 months. He only prays that the direction to list the case after 4 months be record. Considering the counsel for the petitioner submits that he will appear in the cases. First up. In this case. First up. Next paragraph. Considering the submission, there is an order dated the part of the order dated 28/3/2022, by which the case was directed to be listed after 4 months, is hereby recorded. Full stop. The registry is directed to list the case before the appropriate bench. As this case is not a tied up or part of. As this application is neither tied up nor part of. I is disposed of.
Oh, like.
Under the heading daily causes, under the heading orders with defect, serial number 1, civil review 52 of 20, Mr. Ankit Kumar for the petitioner.
Lordship, I was praying for 2 weeks more time to remove the remaining defect, my lord. Since, my lord, the affidavit is required to be filed by the petitioner, my lord, and he was not present, my lord, in this of Jharkhand. Therefore, he did not come to the citizen of file affidavit, my lord. And so far, the court fees are concerned, my lord, there's a court fees defect of 7,000, my lord.
What is the error
That I'm looking
in the order?
my lord.
What
My
is
lord,
the
only on one point, my lord. Only on one point, my lord. The sale deed was executed in the year 1979 and 2005. Subsequently said, without cancellation of the sale deed, my lord, the partition cannot take place. My lord, the sale, no deed.
This is not an error according to the face of the record.
My lord, since, my lord, further, if lordship can permit me to place my case, my lord.
Don't hear the appeal. I am not hearing a third appeal, Mr. Counsel.
My lord, just.
Your second appeal has been dismissed on merits. If you are agreed, you approach the Honorable Supreme Court. Have you approached the Honorable Supreme Court?
No, my lords.
Sorry.
And only on the point that, my lord, since the property was a self-acquired property of Longi Devi, that was his present property. Only on that perspective, my lord, the sale deed was executed. Now, without cancellation, sale deed, no decree. Only, my lord, one last opportunity, my lord.
1 week's time peremptory is granted to remove the defects. Place this case after 1 week under the heading for admission if the defects are removed.
Okay.
These type of cases is liable to be dismissed with cost. This order may be wrong, absolutely wrong. Maybe. This is not, the review is not the appropriate forum.
Only on that consideration, my review has been filed. The ambit of the review is also there, my lord.
Will be dismissed with cost. Yes.
Under the heading for orders, serial number 2, MN number 478 of 50, Mr. Situ Kumar for the petitioner.
Lordship, in this case, last occasion, your Lordship has directed me to ask the company for whether any settlement can be done or not. May I pray only 1 day accommodation, your Lordship? If that is taken on Monday, your Lordship, I can be in a position to say something.
Let's this case on Monday under the heading for orders.
Yes.
On the request of Mr.
Much obligation.
Under the heading for admission, serial number 4, WPS 3922 up to 39, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, Mr. Abhijit Kumar Singh, for the petitioner.
Your Lordship, in this case, I am appearing on behalf of the state, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, in this case, we have received SOF, but that was not up to the mark, so we have sent it back for some corrections. So I am just praying for few days' time, Your Lordship. But
Where is Mr. Abhijit? What is the prayer?
Your Lordship.
Prayer has been made on behalf of the state to adjourn this case on the ground that they want to file an affidavit. 3 weeks time is granted.
Much obliged, Your Lordship.
2007, 2009 matter. Next.
Serial number 5, WPS 4607 up to 39, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, Mr. Abhijit Kumar Singh.
Yes. Where is Abhijit? Mr. Abhijit Singh? Where are you? Yes, what is the status?
Yes, Your Lordship. In serial number 5, I am appearing on behalf of the state, Your Lordship.
Status? Is he still working?
That is not written in the counter affidavit, but it has been said that after selection of the teacher, the same is required to be scrutinized by the block education committee, and if the same is not made accordingly, process is illegal. These are, yes, I will take instruction in this matter, Your Lordship, further.
Has it been scrutinized? These cases are running in the list from when? It was in the list, it has not come today only. The last week it was also there. It was not there.
No, Your Lordship, first time.
Huh? It's 2019, no. After 2019 it was not listed.
No, Your Lordship.
The Council for the State will inform this court about the latest status of the petitioner, whether it is, and what steps have been taken by the states after the imperial order was passed. This case after 3 weeks.
Obliged.
Serial number 6, WPS 1286 of 13, Ms. Vandana Singh, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, for the petitioner.
Despite last two orders not filed counter affidavit. Let's kindly see the order dated 4/3/22.
4/3/22.
Yes, Millers.
Yes, 4/3/22 order has not been complied with.
On 25/3 also, my lords are directed to apply this
Yes.
order.
Who is my chat?
He is not, he is muted. Unmute nahi.
Yes.
मंडे को फाइल कर देंगे बंद भी जाए लास्ट साल मिला था
You have received instruction. Okay, let's discuss next Friday on the request of the council appearing on behalf of Jharkhand Academic Council.
Next Friday, madams.
Next Friday.
Obliged.
Next Friday is holiday.
It will be the 6th, madams. It would be 6th.
1 week adjournment is granted of the request of the council appearing on behalf of Jharkhand.
Obliged. Declare.
Serial number 7, WPS 1723 of 30, Mr. Ayush Aditya.
Lordship, I am appearing for petitioner, Lordship. Lordship,
Yes.
this is the second round of litigation, Lordship. Kindly, Lordship, come to page 34 of my petition, Lordship, my writ petition, Lordship.
What is your prayer?
Lordship, my prayer is, Lordship, for crossing of the order dated 38/2011 passed by the Director Middle School cum Joint Secretary Ranchi, Jharkhand, whereby awareness it has been stated that the petitioner has already been given benefit of 2 promotion and he is entitled to his retirement benefit in the pay scale of 5,000 to 8,000. Second is, Your Lordship, for crossing of the letter dated 27/7/2011 whereby and wherein the Director Middle School has unilaterally and without giving any notice or opportunity of hearing, he made a reduction of the pay scale of the petitioner. And third of the, Your Lordship, is
What is the counter affidavit?
nothing has been written in the counter affidavit. Lordship. In para 7, he is saying that no representation has been given by the petitioner, Lordship. In my para 18, Your Lordship, it has been stated that on 24/11/2021, I have made a representation which has not been decided till date, Your Lordship.
My lords, I am appearing for the state, my lords. My lords, the petitioner was appointed in the lower subordinate service, my lords. Thereafter, he was never promoted to subordinate education service, my lord. But incorrectly, he has been granted the MSc, ACP benefits in subordinate education service, my lords. That is why the impugned order has been passed, my lords, rectifying the pay scales, my lords, and he has been granted the pay scale for which he is eligible, my lords. My lords, at para 10, at para 8, it has been stated in the counter, my lords. If he files any representation having that he is BA trained, my lord, BA trained documents he never supplied, my lord. He has not submitted, my lord. If he is saying so, my lords.
Yes, Your Lordship.
You are BA trained.
Yes, Your Lordship. I have stated in para 10, Your Lordship. Para 10 of my petition, Lordship. I am reading, Lordship. The petitioner was entitled to pay a scale of BA trained as per the petitioner. He has qualified BA examination and BA trained since 29/9/1999, Lordship.
The council appearing on behalf of this case can be disposed of in view of the statement made in paragraph 7 and 8 of the counter affidavit, read with paragraph 10 of the read with paragraph 10 of the memo of writ petition. First up, counsel for the petitioner submits that he is a BA trained. The petitioner is BA trained. Whereas in paragraph 7 and 8, the state submits that the state has, paragraph 7 of the counter affidavit, the state has mentioned that the respondent has not received any representation of the petitioner in support of his claim that he has passed BA. He is BA trained. In paragraph 8, the state states that if the respondent receives any such representation, the same shall be placed in the meeting of the establishment committee for deciding upon the petitioner's claim, if any, with all related documents. First up. Next paragraph. At this stage, the learned counsel for the petitioner. Yes, you submit. Will you submit?
Yes, sir. I will.
Counsel for the petitioner submits that he will submit all the documents, including the training certificates, with the With whom he has to submit?
Within 6 weeks, my lordship.
With respondent number 3. Respondent number 3 within 6 weeks. Next paragraph. Yes, Mr. Ganpati, what do you say?
My
He
lord,
says that he within 6 weeks.
my lord, this may be disposed of, my lord.
Mr. Srinu Ganpati submits that once the respondent number 3 receives all the documents, including the BA trade certificate, these is all the case of the petitioner will be placed before the establishment committee for deciding upon the petitioner's claim. Considering the same submission, we direct the petitioner to furnish all the documents before respondent number 3. Full stop. The respondent number 3 on receipt of those documents will place the case of the petitioner before the establishment committee for deciding the petitioner's claim. Full stop. Once the claim of the petitioner is placed before the committee should try to dispose of the same within a period of 2 months. Full stop. If the committee finds that the petitioner is entitled for any relief, the same should be granted to the petitioner thereafter. For the aforesaid observation, this application stands disposed of.
Oblige me.
Oblige, your lordship.
Serial number 8, WPS 2955 of 13.
Lordship, I appear on behalf of the petitioners. Lordship had heard this on 25th March. Lordship, this is in relation to the pay scales of madrasa teachers and other vidyalayas, Sanskrit vidyalayas, etc., where we are challenging that the pay scale of Hafiz, who is an assistant teacher in the madrasa, has been grouped along with the pay scale of the PN. So, Lordship, there was a particular pay scale provided in the notification relating to Prashikshit non-metric, and Lordship had raised a query from the state as to what is this scale, which says it is Prashikshit non-metric, and that scale is also the scale of Adeshpal. So on that, Lordship, they had to give a clarification. Lordship, so far as the Madrasa board is concerned, I have consulted my clients. They are saying that there is no such category of Prashikshit non-metric in the madrasas, but the Hafiz have been a separate category itself has been created, irrespective of the level of education, whether it is primary, secondary, or middle level, and a special category of Hafiz has been created, and it has the pay scale prescribed is that of the Adeshpal, which they say is unfair, arbitrary, because they are assistant teachers. They cannot be paid the pay scale of an Adeshpal who is a class 3 or class 4 employee of PN.
What do you teach?
Lordship, they teach the Quran.
Only?
Yes, Lordship. And in fact, Lordship, even the hierarchy, the Madrasa board is a party, Lordship.
This writ application will be heard, admit.
Serial number 9, WPS 1944 of 15. Mr. Dilip Kumar Prasad, Mr. Umesh Pathak for the petitioner.
May I please your lordships, my lords, in this case I am on behalf of petitioner, my lords. I pray for 6 weeks time as because petitioner has died during pendency of the writ petition. I will like to take a step for substitution.
Petitioner is dead. Dead, thus he must file application for substitution. This case is thus adjourned. To be listed after the substitution application is filed.
Serial number 10, WPS 322 of 16. Mr. Jaishankar Tiwari, Mr. Abhishek Chandra for the petitioner.
My lord, I am appearing on behalf of, I pray for not today, my lord. On Mr. Sumir Prasad is out of his station, my lord. So only for not today. It comes next, my lord. He is out of his session.
Please for the stage.
Lordship, I'm appearing for this state, Your Lordship.
Prayer has been made to adjourn this case on behalf of learned advocate Mr. Sunil Prasad. On the ground of learned advocate Mr. Sunil Prasad, who is not present. In this case, after 2 weeks.
All right, my lord.
Year number 11, to be review 91 of 90, Mr. Rakesh Kumar, Mr. Sudhakar Pandey for appellant.
Is it serial number 10, my lord?
Serial number 11.
11. 10 pass हो गए.
10.
I have to appear in only 10.
10 adjourned for 2 weeks.
10 adjourned. Only my presence may be recorded.
Yeah, you give your slip.
Or okay, Jharkhand State Food and Civil Supplies.
Give your slip. Yes, what is this?
This case. He said this case.
Yes, who is this? Who has filed this case? Sudhakar Pandey, Rakesh Kumar. Just check. Godda Madisur 1 of 2001. What is the status? Case that on MS Madisur.
This is a civil application, any case cases, this is a civil application.
No one appears on behalf of the petitioner. This is a review application filed to review the order dated 16/8/2018, passed in WPC number 7110/2016. By the aforesaid order, the writ application was disposed of, directing the senior civil judge 1 Bogda to take up the trial of money suit 1 of 2001 and dispose of the same as early as possible. Next one. In paragraph 17 of this review application, the petitioner has mentioned that the money suit has already been disposed of, has been dismissed by the trial court. Has been dismissed by the trial court. It's mentioned is dismissed by the trial court. Considering that the money suit has already been dismissed, and further, the only direction, positive direction, the only direction which was given to conclude the money suit of 2001, which was pending since for 16 years. No relief can be granted in this review application. This review is also dismissed.
Video number 12, contempt civil 862 of 90, Mr. Fellowship Yadav for the petitioner.
Yes.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord, may permit Malas to Malas brought on record Malas your lordship. Your lordship will come at page 15 Malas on the basis of Malas mediation report. The present order has been passed in the writ petition by your lordship. Kindly have a look Malas at page 15 Malas. What the conditions are? The lordship have found page 15.
Yes.
Term and condition.
Yes.
Middle page. Petitioner has agreed to give the area of pension from May 2016 to December 2018 to his respondent wife Manju Devi. This is the main condition वाला कि ये 16 मई 16 से लेकर के 18 तक इनको एरियर ऑफ पेंशन देना था. With connivance of the state authority, the area of pension before before this mediation order, they have the writ petitioner has taken the area of pension, and this fact has been suppressed by the petitioner as well as the state authority, and this type of order on this ground the order have been passed in writ petition. पेज 17 में हुजूर देखा जाए,
Yes, Mr. Srivastava.
लास्ट पारा में
Just a minute. Yes, Mr. Srivastava.
थोड़ा सा और हम हुजूर
Your
बताना चाह रहे
Lordship, Your Lordship, the pension has been finalized on my part. Now there is a apportionment is required as per the agreement between the parties before the Jhalsa, and in view of that, Your Lordship has passed the direction. So now the last time Your Lordship has issued notice to respondent number 6, opposite party number 6, who is the pensioner, and indeed they have filed an affidavit and said that I will refund 2 lakh some amount. If they refund, then only the pension will be started. And
Yes,
Mr. Vijay Shankar Prasad is appearing for opposite party number 6.
हुजूर ये एक
I am for the opposite party number 6, Lordship. I filed the so-called Lordship, and Lordship, in compliance of the order passed by the Honorable Court, as well as in compliance of the terms and conditions made between the party before the Jhalsa, Lordship. Now, Lordship, as it appears from the order has been complied, Lordship. The only requirement is, Lordship, the pension has not been started to the petitioner. The petitioner is ready.
Just a minute, Mr. Vijay Shankar Prasad. Have you paid the arrears pension from May 2016 to December 2018 to Manju Devi?
हाँ, उसमें देखा जाए, इसमें पेज नंबर 11 of my so-called annexure A. Annexure A. So-called filed by the respondent 6. Page 11.
When have you filed it?
My lord, I filed it. 24 फरवरी 2022. First I file online, then after offline also. Hard copy also in the Dropbox.
29 February.
24 फरवरी 2022.
Yes, paragraph.
My lord, the page 11, annexure A.
Yes.
I serve the copy to both the petitioner as well as the respondent, other respondent also, Lordship.
Arrear amount is 2,86,547.
As calculated by the authority concerned, Lordship, calculated by the Up Kosagar Pradhikari Ghatsila.
That has been paid.
Has been paid. An extra bill
deposited in the account of.
Yes, Manju Devi. An extra bill, Lordship. An extra bill running page 12.
Petitioner, what do you have to say? Do you have
मतलब सर थोड़ा सा इसको समझना है हुजूर, why this type of order has been passed, मतलब the writ petitioner get मतलब gratuity 10 lakh, leave encashment 6 lakhs and 4,000, GPF of 4,45,117 rupees, total मतलब 20 lakh and odd, मतलब that's why मतलब this type मतलब हम बस बता रहे हैं हुजूर, इसमें 16 से 18 तक एरियर जो है करीब 9 लाख के आसपास आ रहा था हुजूर, इसीलिए एरियर्स ऑफ पेंशन, yes एरियर्स ऑफ पेंशन, only एरियर्स ऑफ पेंशन, that's why your lordship has passed the order मतलब that entitled to receive entire area of pension, वो 1/3 दे रहे हैं एरियर का 1/3 दे रहे हैं, जो 2 लाख कुछ हो रहा है, टोटल अमाउंट हुजूर वो 9 लाख होना है, चूंकि ये 20 लाख ले चुके थे, यही एग्रीड हुआ था झालसा में एग्रीड इसलिए किया ऐसा हुआ था क्योंकि वो 20 लाख ले चुका था।
Mr. Srivastava,
My lord, one request before the lordship.
My lord, may I submit some?
My lord, one request, my lord, your lordship may consider one request, your lordship. Your lordship may send this case to Jhalsa to ensure that as per your lordship's direction, as per the agreement between the parties, whether payment has been made or not, a report may be called for, and after that report, your lordship may dispose of this case, so that petitioner should get what they has entitled to.
My lord.
May I submit one thing?
Yes.
My lord, my lord, the date of this of in between the settlement before the Jhalsa is dated, my lord, the page 15 of the contempt petition, page 15. मैं kindly prepare with those. My lord, the date of finalization of the terms and condition is 21/1/2019. My lord, now lordship, annexure A of my so-called. Annexure A of my so-called lordship, the middle portion I am reading, आपके पीपीओ के अवलोकन से middle portion I am reading lordship, आपके पीपीओ के अवलोकन से पता चलता है कि आपने माननीय उच्च न्यायालय के उक्त वाद में विचाराधीन अवधि माह मई 2016 से जुलाई 2018 तक का कुल 8,59,642 रुपये का भुगतान दिनांक, यह इंपॉर्टेंट है, दिनांक 4/8/18 को प्राप्त कर लिया है। वो तो पहले का terms and condition is lordship. The terms and
Mr. Sudarshan Srivastava, you seek instruction that what is the quantum of arrears of pension from May 2016 to December 2018?
My lord.
Have you understood this question, Mr. Srivastava?
I think, my lord, pardon, my lord, your lordship may kindly pardon me.
What is the quantum from May 2016 to December 2018?
The Treasury officer has computed that part.
Who is the Treasury officer?
Authority.
Who is the
That
Treasury
is
officer?
state is representing your lordship.
Who is for the state? Who is for the state? Who is representing the state?
अच्छा, एजी लर्नेड एजी ऑफिस का इसमें होना चाहिए।
May I submit one thing?
My affidavit is very clear on that issue.
As per the terms and conditions, the few lines of the terms condition, lordship.
Yes.
My lord, the few lines of the terms condition, lordship, in between the parties, the petition, contempt petition, running page 15. Now, lordship, the terms condition very clear. In compliance of the annexure 1 is the in compliance of the terms condition. Term condition, lordship, that paila, the petitioner agreed to give the area of the pension from 2016 to December 2018 to his.
What is the amount? What is the amount?
I'm not in position.
What is the amount of arrears of pension? Who is for the state? Which department?
Home department,
The police department. Who was the Havaldar, constable, then Havaldar in police department, retired from the Ranchi.
Where are the state councils? Where are the state councils? If on repeated call, none of the state council appears. Full stop. I direct Secretary Home, State of Jharkhand, to assist this court in this case. He should remain present with all the the entire brief and the necessary instructions and all necessary documents. He will be present before this court on Tuesday, 26, with all the briefs, all the and the necessary documents of this case. Let a copy of this order be immediately faxed to the Chief Secretary and Secretary Home, State of Jharkhand.
Obliged, Lordship.
Grateful, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Serial number 30, contempt case 1075 of 90, the principal Mr. Raj Gopal, for the petitioner.
My lord, I appear for the petitioner, my lord. My lord, kindly see the order number 11, my lord. 11th February 2022, my lord. SLP is also dismissed, my lord.
2022.
Yes, my lord. 11th February 2022. SLP was also dismissed, my lord, on 21 March 2022.
Yes, complied with?
Yes, Your Lordship, we have complied. We have cancelled the notification through which the punishment has been given, and we have also sent the recommendation to the AGO to pay the payments with regard to the revised pay scale, Your Lordship.
Where is it? Where is the order, madam?
Yesterday, I tried to file that online. I have mailed that to Your Lordship's mail ID.
You mailed it?
Yes, in the morning. So we have already directed the department, the office wherein he worked for the last time, to make the payments as per the revised pay scale.
Just need to see. The order.
My lord, I have not received, my lord, this order.
We have WhatsApped you on the WhatsApp number of Mr. Krishna Murari, sir.
Where is the order?
Your Lordship. That's in the page number 9, annexure A2.
Oh, this is the order.
Yes, Your Lordship. The last paragraph may be seen. अतः उक्त अधिसूचना संख्या 819 दिनांक 2/3/2022 की प्रति पूर्ण संकलन करते हुए अनुरोध है कि उक्त दंड विलोपित के आलोक में श्री संतोष कुमार सिंह को पुनरीक्षित पेंशन आदि भुगतान हेतु पुनरीक्षित वेतन पूर्जा निर्गत कर संगत देय लाभ की भुगतान की कार्रवाई पर कर SLP is dismissed, Your Lordship.
So then why pass this type of order subject to the condition of SLP?
No. Thereafter we have passed a fresh direction.
Where is that?
That we have mailed.
That you have sent me mail. That you have sent me.
Indeed. Through the mail ID, it's hay019@gmail.com.
My lord, kindly see इसको my lord next week में रखा जाए, my lord. मुझे कॉपी नहीं इसका रिसीव हुआ, my lord.
And even in that order, Your Lordship, we have already made the forwarding letter to the AGO. And subsequently on 18th of April.
Together, through email, an order dated 18/4/2022 was placed before me. Next order. From the said order was issued by the Overseas Chiefs Additional Secretary.
Under secretary.
Under Secretary to the Government of Jharkhand. Of the aforesaid letter, which has been addressed by the Under Secretary to the Accountant General in relation to this contempt application. It is clear that the punishment order of the petitioner has been withdrawn and the direction has been given to calculate his pension and other benefits. The full stop. This aforesaid letter is kept on record. Considering the aforesaid letter, I have this opinion that the representative is without this contempt application is dropped.
Much obliged, Your Lordship.
My lord, if so, grievance is my lord remaining so.
What grievance? Your punishment order has been cancelled. Said the same.
Much obliged.
Yes, next.
Serial number 14, contempt series 1206 of 19. Ms. Neha Bharadwaj, Ms. Kumari Rashmi for the petitioner.
May I please, I am appearing for the petitioner. The order not complied is at page 17,
Just I am reading the last line, Milords, at page 17, last 2-3 lines. This writ petition stands disposed of in terms of the settlement arrived at between the parties. Is it before my lords?
Yes.
Page 17, Milords, last 3. The writ
There was a
petition
settlement. There was a settlement between the parties.
yes, between the set. Now the settlement is Milords at page 19, Milords, just 2 pages thereafter.
Page 19.
Yes,
19.
19. Yes, 19.
Yes.
जस्ट फर्स्ट पैरामीटर्स आई एम रीडिंग फ्रॉम मिडिल। यह कि द्वितीय पक्ष प्रथम पक्ष को भरण पोषण हेतु हर माह के 5 तारीख तक ₹5,000 प्रथम पक्ष को बैंक के खाते में नीलू भगत देगी तथा 20 लाख रुपया का फिक्स डिपॉजिट द्वितीय पक्ष ने अपनी पुत्री अनु भगत के नाम पर कर चुकी है। तो the terms was one of the terms कि 20 लाख रुपीस वो अपना जो माइनर डॉटर है उसके नाम पर कर चुकी है। अब यहाँ जो काउंटर यहाँ जो सरकार फाइल किया है एफिडेविट उसमें वो अपना स्टेटमेंट दी है बिफोर दी अथॉरिटी कि ये 20 लाख रुपए हम अपने नाम से जमा किए उसको नॉमिनी बना दिए हम माइनर को। दिस इज वन एंड सेकंड इज मिलर्स द कंडीशन एट पेज 20 जस्ट नेक्स्ट पेज।
Yes.
यह कि प्रथम पक्ष के 4 पुत्र हैं